All right, we're actually live now. Sorry about the delay. Yeah. Sorry about the delay. Boet was summoning demons, and by that I mean attempting to get coffee from the local Starbucks. And it took...
Lost.
Basically, it was like a 20-minute trip. He left. We were like, okay, we'll start like 5 minutes late. Like, okay, that's not that big of a deal, right?
It took twice as long.
It took 40 minutes. Why?
They lost my order, my mobile order. It went to this gray area between the front peel making coffee and the back, like the store coffee and the drive-through coffee. And it was in the middle.
And just sat there.
It was the sidewalk coffee.
Yeah. Well, now we have coffee,
yes.
At least. Starbucks will not be sponsoring our podcast.
We'll keep mentioning the name Starbucks.
Yeah, well, in a negative light. But
I mean, if they want to start delivering coffee, they can.
They do.
Yeah.
Like, you can do like Uber Eats or Starbucks delivery. Which, let's give money to both Starbucks and Uber then.
Yeah. Both Seattle companies.
Uber's not a Seattle company.
Oh, they're Seattle.
No.
Oh, they just have major offices
There's
here.
major offices here, yeah.
I'm pretty sure their headquarters is here now. They're an entire, like, 2/3 of a building downtown.
Yeah, I know they are. You know why I know
you
that?
know what's based here? Uber Engineering.
Uber Engineering's based
Their
here.
engineering division is based here.
You know why I know that Uber has 2/3 of a building downtown, though?
Why?
I used to work in the same building.
Yeah. I used to go to, because they host a lot of, like, tech functions.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, I think Uber's Los Angeles based, or at least Silicon
That
Valley,
makes sense.
somewhere in there,
Yeah.
somewhere in California. But yeah, welcome. If you're on the live stream, thank you for hanging out.
If you're not, I understand.
Yeah, we are Clinically Inane, a podcast about nerdy shit.
Oh, you're doing that.
Yeah, we do this intro thing now. We're a podcast about nerdy shit. Basically, usually Seattle based, but primarily movie reviews, talking about comics, D&D, video games, all sorts of fun stuff, whatever's relevant at the time.
Yeah.
My name's Curtis. That's Boet.
Are you sure?
Well, it says so on the coffee that you got, so
I could use a false name.
I'm going with that.
Do you remember how you'll use false names at the cafeteria, like the ordering omelets in college?
Yeah. I remember you using a couple false names.
I didn't usually.
Yeah, because you like making people say your name because you're mean.
Yes. We'd be sitting there, I'd be over for, like, omelet for Darth Vader.
Yeah, and there's usually somebody who was still like high or drunk from the night before. Just
Yep.
Oh man, we are
Omelet for icy wiener.
nice wiener. Yeah, I'm. So today is also a big day in our household. We are currently missing a member of our household because she is looking at other houses. Because today is her birthday.
Yes.
Slash a
Birthday party
slash an unofficial moving out party eventually.
Yes,
it's a little bit early.
We might have another moving out party.
Yeah, we might. But
we might find another excuse to party.
it's true. Hi, my name's Rod, and I like to party.
Yeah. I mean, they don't even have a active offer on a house currently.
Yeah, not currently.
Well, I don't know what time it is.
Yeah, it's true. They might. Our roommate Ashley, and one of our best friends in the world today is her birthday, and she is out right now with her partner looking at homes.
Yes.
Partially because we are throwing Ashley a super soft birthday party today.
Yep.
And part of the super soft birthday party is that, we need to decorate and make it super soft.
Yeah.
And so, honestly, she didn't need to leave the house. Like, she was like, I'll just sit upstairs. I was like, yeah, that's fine.
I don't think she much saying it.
What's that?
I don't think she had much saying it.
No, but it just she didn't need to leave the
They're also
house.
going to see family.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's his or hers, but
His.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I do know this. But
I wish her good luck either way.
yes. But they're looking at some houses, and then they're going to lunch, and then they're coming back here.
I'm hoping they buy the ones 2 blocks away.
Yeah, Boyd and I are planning to stay in the house.
Yeah.
Yes, right now. But they're looking at a house that's 2 blocks away from 2 blocks south.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 blocks south of here, which is hilarious. It'd be awesome if they bought that one.
It would be. Be convenient.
Yeah, at least for a year. But so she's out of the house right now, and literally the second, it was before this started, and the second this ends today, we're decorating. Yeah. because we have people coming over. We said to start showing up at 4, which
For our friends means that we're somewhere between 3:30 and 7.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And which reminds me, I need to text my brother to remind him to come today because he will forget. But yeah, it's a for those who have not seen the show, Letterkenny. We've talked about it before because it's an amazing show. Coming back for season 7.
Yes.
Hulu it got delayed because Hulu bought a stake in it.
Yeah.
So Disney bought a stake in it because Disney owns Hulu.
Disney owns everything.
Yeah. But it was being produced by Crave TV. Then they started streaming it on Hulu in the States. It's a Canadian show.
Everyone in the States liked it.
Everyone in the States liked it. It became one of Hulu's biggest shows. And now they're going to be a main producer on the show.
Nice.
They will be a listed production company. Not a not like when it's a Crave TV production, but shown on Hulu in the States.
Yeah.
It'll actually say Crave TV Hulu.
Yeah.
In the actual credits in the show.
Even in Canada.
Yeah, even in Canada. Which I'm really excited about for season 7. But if you've not seen the show, you should go check it out. It's really funny. And episode 2 is Derry's super soft birthday party.
I remember how I found it. I think I found it because of clips online.
Yeah. Well, it started as a web series.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you found it because of that. And then you were like, when it came to Hulu, you're like, you need to watch this. I was like, all right. And so I turned it on. I was like, oh my God, this is the best show ever. Boet beat me to something.
It happens periodically.
It happens occasionally, yeah.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a really great show. Second episode is Derry's super soft birthday party. Ashley left town for both Boet and my birthdays this last year. Is it? Oh, that's a good question. Is it like Curtis funny or more like Boet funny? It is. It's both.
One description we've given is somewhere between Gilmore Girls and Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, that's actually a really good way of thinking about it. It's the fast paced writing of Gilmore Girls.
It's not quite as lowbrow as,
but it's not as lowbrow. Yeah, it's a little bit smarter than Trailer Park Boys. But it's very much that Canadian good old boy kind of thing. Except it's we'll do a quick rundown. It's about Letterkenny is. When they do the pilot, it's technically supposed to be about 4 groups in this small fictional town in Canada, and then they quickly ditch one of the groups as an overall group, they keep one character,
who's also the director.
Who's the director of the series? Yeah, it stars Jared Kiso, who is also the showrunner of it.
And one of the co-creators.
He created Letterkenny Problems. Him and I'm spacing on the guy's name who plays Derry.
Yeah.
But he and Derry, that guy created it. But it's it doesn't stream over in Germany. Get a VPN, dude.
You know how.
You know how. Come on.
Just by saying Germany, I know who you are and I know you. You know how. I guarantee you can find it online.
Yeah. But it's basically about 3 groups of people: the Hicks, who are the main characters, the Jocks, which are the hockey players, and the Skids, who are the drug addicts. The original 4th group is the Christians. Sure, let the Russian and Chinese on my computer, dude. Like NordVPN is not Russian or Chinese. You know that. Come on.
I'm sure you can find a German VPN.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a German.
Just claim you're Canadian, you'll be fine.
But. Come on, computer guy. You know how to do it.
Well, and you're a German going to Canada. The Russians and China aren't going to care about that.
Yeah, exactly. But it's about those 3 groups and their interactions. The main characters being the Hicks. That's who everything kind of revolves around.
Yeah.
But
It's greatest being a smartass.
Yes. But the second episode is called Derry's It's just Super Soft Birthday.
Yeah.
And it's Derry's, their best friend's super soft birthday.
Yep.
He's just kind of an awkward dude. And so the entire concept is that
traditional throw him a super soft.
Yeah, his mom used to throw him birthday parties with like like make the world a better place or like unicorn
Yeah.
or and so the idea of it being it's soft, meaning that's kind of like effeminate, yes, girly, and
The opposite of dairy.
the opposite of dairy essentially, and the entire idea is that every year it gets softer and softer, like it's going to be the softest birthday party ever.
Yep.
And because Ashley was out of town for both mine and Boyd's birthdays this year, and she's also the only one of the three of us in the house who would actually somewhat balk at the idea of a super girly birthday party, because Boyd and I would lean into it, and so would Ashley's SO Tom. He would lean into it too.
Actually, I talked to her. She's a little disappointed we didn't get her a princess dress.
I didn't buy her a dress. I did get her. I got her she hasn't seen the sash yet.
I jokingly told her I'd found matching ones for her and I.
I got her a sash that says birthday princess.
That works.
Yeah. And we have feather boas and tiaras
Do we
coming.
have a crown? Oh, we have tiaras. Okay,
Yeah, we have tiaras coming. And I went and got a bunch of decorations.
I went and got a bunch of booze.
Because
that's what I'm good at.
Ashley's boyfriend has ordered a bunch of cupcakes.
Yep. Your mother made pink macaroon.
My mother, not macaron, meringue. My mother can't make it. She loves Ashley to death, but she and my father are going to see Leonard Skinnerd, because Leonard Skinnerd's fucking dead. And Bad Company today. My mom got my dad got him tickets for his birthday in fucking February, and it just happens to be on Ashley's birthday.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would be coming. So my mom made these their cherry flavored meringue treats, so they're super fluffy looking. They've been sitting. She made them last Sunday and gave them to me on Tuesday. They've been sitting downstairs, like wrapped up, for the better part of the week, and I'm pretty impressed that none of us have eaten any.
I knew better.
Yeah, I knew better too. Ashley's just like, I'm not touching anything.
I think Emily's probably bringing something.
Yeah, Emily, Ashley's vegan friend, basically is bringing vegan food.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have more non-vegans than vegans, and honestly, it's a pain in the ass to try and figure that shit out.
What about veggie dish?
What's that?
What about veggie tray?
Yeah, we're going to have a veggie tray. But
there's been a long running side about vegans just getting joke about
vegans getting sides. Yeah. It's easier to make vegetarian stuff than vegan stuff.
It really is.
It's so much easier. Like, I can go get a cheese pizza and feed everyone in the room meat eater vegetarian.
Yeah.
Like, I can't feed a vegan that.
Or the toddler up at.
Yeah, the pizza like that.
With the basil on it. Or you can do mushrooms. You can do olives. There's definitely options.
Yeah, there are options, but it doesn't
vegan
always.
Fundamentally takes it back.
Yeah. They do have vegan pies there now, but
they do.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. We tried it. It's okay.
I mean, Pizza Pie up north is a vegan pizza place, and they actually do really good pizza.
Well, so does Sizzle Pie. Sizzle Pie has vegan pies.
Yeah.
They're good too.
I should say, Pizza Pie is the best pizza I've had with cheese on it, fake cheese on it.
Yeah.
Which is the impressive part.
I don't like fake cheese. That's kind of I can taste it.
Pizza Pie comes the closest.
And my brother can't eat fake cheese because most times it's made from cashews, and he is super allergic to cashews.
There's also some made of almonds.
Yeah. Yeah, and Ashley can definitely have that.
Yeah.
No, she's allergic.
Then you get the soy cheese, which is usually weird.
And then other people are allergic to that. Fucking vegan food. Well, everyone's allergic to everything, I guess. I can't, like, there are people who are lactose intolerant too. And people allergic to dairy, whatever. But anyway, we have that. Our friend Sean is bringing feather boas and tiaras. Tom also texted me. He's like, should I bring anything else? And I was like, anything you think is super soft. And he's like, hula hoops. And I was like, go for it. Hula hoops works for me, man. But the only thing that admittedly we don't have, and I'm kind of...
A pony?
Yeah. Well, to be specific, this would have been difficult, but we probably could have done it. I know some people, I just didn't want to have to deal with it. Is getting a horse and putting a horn on it to make it a unicorn. Like, I kind of wish I still had one of those inflatable unicorn horns and I'd put it on my cat.
So, Ashley and Tom have been having their Troubles house hunting.
Yeah.
It's been described as looking for the unicorn house.
Yes.
And I've been trying to get somebody to settle for the horse with a carrot strapped to its head.
Yeah, yeah,
It's all the potential for unicorn. It's just not quite there.
yeah. It's not great there. But so yeah, we're after this we were throwing Ashley a super soft birthday party.
Yep.
I'm very excited about that. We also have to like. I blew up 20 some odd balloons this morning, and like I have like 15 more to go, and it's just like, oh my god, I'm so glad I quit smoking.
You can also wait a while and doesn't let yourself recover a little more.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like we're doing this. Yeah. And then I'm going to go back down because basically we have an order of operations currently.
Yeah.
Of like, so some of the decoration stuff that we got requires a little bit of prep. Like you have to actually run the line and all that stuff.
Yep.
Before you can even put it up. And so that's kind of how I spent the beginning of this morning. That includes blowing up balloons and shit like that.
Outdoor stuff goes up later.
Outdoor stuff goes up later, but we have to time it to the point where like we can put the outdoor stuff up, and then because we are waiting to like sweep and vacuum inside until we get closer to the party, because basically what's the fucking point when we're going to be running in and out all morning?
I realized the problem with this plan. We have to sweep and vacuum around the balloons that are all on the floor.
Yeah, that's why. So the balloons have to go up before.
Oh, they're not just going to stay on the floor?
No.
I didn't know.
No. They're there because that's where they're living right now.
You've been handling the decorations. I've been handling the booze.
Yeah, no, I want people to actually be able to move around.
Why?
Yeah, I know, right? I'm really glad that I got all the extra controllers for my Xbox now too, because if people want to play old school Xbox and multiplayer game, they can.
As long as they play soft games.
As long as they play soft games.
Do you still have Barbie dress up?
I think I might have a couple soft games on there. I don't know. I have like 100 some odd games on there. But, they could also play Mech Assault. So,
Yeah, it's contrast.
Just
have to make their mech pink.
Yeah. Or if, honestly, they could play soft Halo. Yeah. They could play.
There used to be an airsoft video game.
An airsoft video game.
There's also been paintball.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen those where it's essentially like they're along the same lines as like those I think they're made by the same companies who are like making the shitty ATV games and stuff like that. They were advertised very similarly.
But I remember there were airsoft, there was paintball, there was laser tag video games.
Yeah. And you look at those and you're like, but I should just go do that.
No, it's basically it's just it's a shooting game with this little branding thing
with the skin on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think the order of operations is from after this.
Yeah.
Is to finish blowing up balloons.
All right.
And then go to the store to get the rest of the food. Come back. Put up the rest of the decorations. And then sweep and vacuum. Last thing. I think that's order of operations. And in that time period, you were going to get ice.
I'm going to go get ice. I'm going to make my drinks.
And make all the drinks.
I need to print signs.
Oh, yeah, I'll print the signs. I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's here.
I need them girly.
Yeah, no, they're going to be.
Okay.
Trust me. I'll just make them on the computer right here after we finish recording.
Yeah. That's what your birthday sign was.
What?
So for all our parties, we put the sign on.
Yeah, we put the sign out front because we want people to go around the back. And then, despite the fact that there's a sign on the front gate that says "Go around back," there's a small contingent of people who are like, "Oh, so we should go up through the front door." It's like, fucking no, man.
Your birthday sign was "Enter in the rear for Curtis."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But yeah, and then it fucking poured rain.
Yeah,
and the sign got destroyed. God, it was threatening to rain today.
Right now it looks like it's just gonna be overcast.
Yeah, that's kind of what.
I'm hoping not for hot and muggy.
Yeah, that's kind of think what's gonna happen. It's hot and muggy, but that's why we're gonna leave the food stuff inside.
See, I've never really had to deal with that on my birthday.
Yeah, your birthday's like fucking
November.
November. So we've had hot days in November.
Yeah, it's into the 60s.
Yeah, well, we've had days in the 70s, but for you, it's usually rain, just fucking cold, or snow.
So you go back home, there were a lot of years where the first snow of the year was November 18th.
Yeah. Yeah.
I woke up to the first snow of the year a lot on my birthday back home.
Yeah. Strangely, I woke up to the last snow of the year a lot now my birthday in April. Sometimes my brother woke up to the last snow of the year in June. But yeah,
If it snows on Ashley's birthday, is that the first snow of the year or the last snow of the year?
it's a good question.
I'm going to argue first snow of the year.
In July, end of July, because it's
After summer solstice.
after summer solstice. You know what? I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think I'll give
But
that.
major, not Christmases, I'm going to argue solstice
Well,
is the
also
divider.
it's starting into the second half of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
But like if I major not winters, if winters going to get really long, why wouldn't it split them at solstice?
it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. I think you're right. I think I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I'm excited to get it all done, but fuck, man, Starbucks really slowed us down, like a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. I needed the coffee, but not the
So did they, apparently.
not the time loss, because it's amazing how much difference. I mean, admittedly, I'm probably overthinking it, and it'll take me 20 minutes to do a lot of the stuff that I'm like, this is gonna take me an hour.
You're still going to have like 4.5 hours to get shit together.
Yeah, I know. But that's not enough.
And you were really overthinking what all we have left to do.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of the...
We could launch the party at 1 and be ready to go.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Other than running errands.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is going to the store. That's actually going to take the longest out of all of this, is going to the store. But I don't know if other people are bringing other things other than the people who have actually directly contacted me. Yeah. I hope they do. Usually people do.
Usually, but you never know around here.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm excited to actually get going on it.
Yeah.
I did spend the first couple hours this morning watching the first episodes of The Boys.
How are those?
It's good. It's really good. Yeah. It's definitely very clear. It like, obviously it changes a little bit from the source material, but the basics are there. They didn't change an obscene amount.
I mean, the
so
essential
far.
premise is
Superheroes are real.
superheroes are real. They're corrupt, and these boys are out to punish them for when they do wrong.
Kind of, yeah. The biggest change, is that in the comic, I mean, admittedly, it's been a minute since I've read it.
Yeah.
In the comic, when the main character is grabbed by Butcher, the leader of the boys, played by Carl Urban in the show. He's fucking great. But when they grab him for the first time, they already have an established group.
Yeah.
Like if I'm remembering that correctly. It's been a while since I've read it, but in this they don't.
Okay.
He has his contacts and the people that he knows, but he doesn't have. They're not an established group, and it looks like this is going to go the route of more of establishing them.
Okay.
But fuck, they have 11 volumes to choose from.
Yeah.
And if each season is a volume, fuck.
Oof.
That's a lot.
Yep.
If they can continue to... I've watched the first 2.5 episodes, maybe 3.5 episodes. First couple episodes, 2.5 episodes. And so far with the first 2.5 episodes, it's pretty fucking great.
I'm happy that seasons aren't necessarily once a year anymore.
Yeah, well, and this season is 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm appreciating these shows that are, as much as I love shows like The Flash and Arrow and Supergirl and Supernatural and all those, I can't keep up with them because there's 23 fucking episodes a season.
Oh yeah, I'm with you entirely.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm gonna be watching this year of the CW shows?
Crisis on Infinite Earth.
The 5-episode Crisis on Infinite Earth. 5 episodes.
Yeah.
That's what I will watch.
That one thing is about as much material as this entire season of
Yeah,
The Boys.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I just can't keep up with.
Is it 5 episodes or 5 weeks?
5 episodes.
Okay.
Because I think it's It's 2 episodes of a couple of the shows and 1 episode of it. I think it's maybe 1 episode of Arrow and 2 of Flash and 2 of Supergirl.
I know Arrow's winding down.
It's Arrow's last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Brandon Routh is coming back as Superman.
Yep.
He was a good. You know what? Yeah, you're right, Matt. He was a good Superman. That movie's fucking awful, but he did it. He acted his ass off for it. For Superman Returns.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bad movie.
I don't know if it's not the worst Superman movie.
No, the worst Superman movie is probably Superman 4.
Is that worse than Man of Steel?
Ooh, no, the worst. Well, you know what? I'm still gonna give it to Superman 4.
I think you have the same issues with Man of Steel that I have with the Dark Knight trilogy.
It's not Superman.
Yeah.
It's not Batman. Yeah. Well, no, my biggest problem with Zack Snyder's take on Superman is the fucking Ayn Rand fan parents kind of thing.
Yeah.
No, don't come save me from this fucking tornado that I could easily run away from. Go fuck yourself.
I still think the best way to kill Pa Kent is a heart attack.
It is.
Because
we've talked about this. We've had multiple conversations about this.
It's the humanity of it.
It's human.
Yeah.
Whereas the tornado, it's a tornado, man.
Yeah.
Weird shit happens. Like, you could explain that shit away.
Yeah.
Also, what dog, whenever you open the car door, doesn't immediately jump out of the car? Especially in a scary situation. The dog is going to fucking bolt. Yeah. That was a bullshit scene. Anyway, we digress. Brandon Routh is going to come back as Superman. It helps that he's already in the CW show.
Yeah.
He's already in Legends of Tomorrow. But it's going to be... I'm curious if he's going to be Clark Kent from another universe, or if he's going to be Ray Palmer, who just happens to be Superman from another universe.
Yeah.
I know they mentioned that they reached out to everyone who's ever worn a cape or cowl, who's still alive.
Yeah.
So I think the last I heard is Burt Ward was coming back to play a role.
I like it.
Yeah. So I mean,
can he play Commissioner Gordon?
Yeah. I don't. Well, that's the thing. Is he going to play Robin from another universe?
Yeah. Yeah.
We know that Batman exists in this universe.
Is he going to play Nightwing from another universe?
Like, it's a good question.
Yeah.
Is he going to play an older Dick Grayson?
Yeah.
It's
much older.
like, are they trying to cross over? Are they going to bring in the folks the character crossovers from Titans?
Or are they going to keep him as like, how do you do Nightwing 66?
Yeah. Are they going to do, did they reach out to Val Kilmer or Clooney or fucking Michael Keaton? Like, they said at San Diego Comic-Con, they reached out to everyone who wore a cape or cowl. Whether or not that person responded is unknown.
Clooney comes from a universe where Batman exists. The main difference is people unable to get excited about things.
But there's they reach out to Chris O'Donnell. You know what? He has a show. He has he's NCIS Hawaii.
Maybe. Sure, why not?
He's in the one with fucking LL Cool J.
Hawaii 5-0?
No. It's an NCIS.
NCIS LA?
Maybe that's it.
I know. Is that still on?
I don't know. I didn't know
it's on.
NCIS was still on, but apparently it still fucking is.
It's running. It's in its last season, I think, too.
NCIS?
Yeah.
Well, it's been going for like 25 fucking years, so who fucking knows?
Not that long.
It's one of the longest running shows.
It started when I was in college.
Yeah. Who gives a shit? They're bad. They're bad shows.
I watched a lot of the first half of the series.
Yeah. I watched like an episode. I had an ex who really loved it.
See, I grew up on procedural police dramas.
I did too.
Yeah.
It was still shitty.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have now ex who was super into NCIS, and she made me watch a couple episodes. And I did the thing where I'm like, she's like, well, what did you think? And I was like, I don't know. I didn't want to outright be like, this is fucking awful.
One of my coworkers has a shirt now. One of my bosses has it too because of this. That just says executive producer Dick Wolf.
Yeah.
You know exactly what it is too, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Dick Wolf has also produced like,
but it's just
all the television,
all black, white text.
Mm-hmm. He's also produced like all the television though.
Yeah. There's one area that Symbol's most known for.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, The Boys is 8 episodes long.
Yep.
I'm interested to get it finished out. I'm enjoying these things that are shorter.
I'm counting down for September 20th.
September 20th. Disenchantment.
Yep.
Season 2, part 2.
Part 2. Yeah.
Is it still season 1, part 2, or is it just part 2?
They're just calling it part 2.
Okay. But
part 2 of 17.
But I'm enjoying these things that are somewhere between 8 to 13 episodes. It's the we don't feel the need, and even sometimes 13 episodes feels like they're.
Well, I mean, 13
stretching.
was a normal season at one. Back in the day, it was a season once a week.
Well, it depends on what it is.
Yeah.
Like premium cable, 13 is a season.
Yeah,
it is. The Netflix Marvel shows are all 13 episodes, I believe.
I think so.
Which honestly, some of those seasons could have been 10.
Yeah,
could have been 10. Could have cut 3 episodes.
You had 13 episodes because it was once a week. It was one season of the year, so quarter of the year.
Yeah. But now they take a mid-season break. They do the fall season and spring season for these 23 episode seasons.
Yeah.
And then they get like 6 weeks off, and then they have to come back and do the next season. I mean, assuming they're going. I mean, and sitcoms are the same way.
Yeah.
That said, I'm being critical of these things, and I've literally watched like 200 episodes of Critical Role.
I mean, one of the main shows I watch, I think,
and they're 4-hour episodes.
Does I think 50 episodes a year? Maybe it is Phil 52.
Jeopardy.
Yeah. I think Wheel of Fortune might do. Oh no,
I think they do like 46.
No,
I think they do 46 episodes a year.
Jeopardy?
Yeah,
I think it's more than that.
Because I think they take 6 weeks off a year.
I don't know if they do.
Oh no, 46 episodes.
Sorry, no. I think it's closer to 300 episodes.
300 episodes a year. 46 weeks.
I'm curious now.
What were your predictions for a Yogi Bear film? Somebody just jumped in the chat to ask that. Predictions for a Yogi Bear film? They made a Yogi Bear film. It's fucking bad. It's real bad. I mean, do you think they'll make another animated Yogi Bear film?
As soon as someone can figure out how to make money off of it, yes.
Yeah, like I don't think anybody knows who they are anymore. Those old Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Hey, boo-boo.
Hey there, boo-boo. Anybody younger than us anyway, and that's who they would be making.
I mean, I grew up on the Jetson films.
Yeah, I grew up on the Flintstones movies.
Yeah.
Like,
I grew up on a lot of Hanna-Barbera.
So, Matt just commented, Boet is kind of like grimdark Yogi Bear.
Hey, boo-boo. Hey. We're going to slaughter the world today.
They're never. If they do another Yogi Bear film, it won't be. It'll be animated. They won't do another live action one.
I'll be the voice actor for Dark Universe. Dark Universe Yogi Bear.
Yeah. Who was in that? Who was it that was in the Yogi Bear movie again? Oh yeah, it was T.J. Miller. Right. That was who it was. Yeah. Despite the, even aside from the fact that he's kind of an unrepentant piece of shit, and I'm kind of glad he's disappeared. I kind of felt bad for him on Yogi Bear because he literally was having a spinal fluid leakage into his brain while he was making it. Like, holy shit, man.
Yeah.
But
I've forgotten that name.
Yeah, I had to. That's why I almost forgot who was in it. I wanted to be like, was it Matthew Lillard? No, it wasn't Matthew Lillard. He's Scooby-Doo. That's what. Yeah. No, Yogi Bear's a
wait, Yogi Bear or Yogi Berra?
Yogi Berra is again forgotten by time, except for those who.
They're gonna make a Yogi Berra film.
Yeah. Honestly, that would be an interesting movie.
Yeah,
a Yogi Berra biopic. He's the one who Yogi Bear is based on. By the way, he's a baseball player. If you don't know, he would say shit like baseball is 80% mental and 40% physical. Or like, dumb shit like that.
I think he might have been the origin of Oh, whichever team scores the most points will probably win the game.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah. And then John Madden started saying it on accident because he was losing his mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, God, I
Hey,
still love that
whichever team scores the most points will win the game.
I still love that was an actual line that was recorded for like Madden. I want to say 05, 04, 05, when it was him and Pat Summerall doing the like they would have their general like
Obnoxious commentary.
their commentary that would happen while you were playing the game, and every single one was John would go, Madden would just be like, I think the team that scores the most points will win the game, and I'm like, holy shit, they actually recorded that and put that in this fucking game. I ended up turning off commentary because it was just fucking obnoxious. It was so annoying. But anyway, forgot what we were talking about.
I want an animated Yogi Berra movie.
I want an animated Yogi Bear movie, honestly.
Yeah.
They could bring back Yogi Bear. Like, just kind of update for a new generation.
They like a lot of Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah. Apparently the Snagglepuss comic is amazing.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. I haven't read it, though. Thankfully, the Scooby-Doo post-apocalyptic Scooby-Doo one got canceled real quick.
Like, I'm thinking back to like a lot of the Hanna-Barbera stuff I grew up with, and there's a lot less troubling material than there was in a lot of the Disney or Looney Tunes stuff.
Yeah. A lot of the Disney and Looney Tunes stuff was troubling, pretty racist or sexist, or both at the same time. Hanna-Barbera was less so. Hanna-Barbera was also cheaper made.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I loved about it.
Yeah.
Animation. There's an animation style that's very much Hanna-Barbera.
I think they were like most animation. I think is like 14 to 18 FPS.
Yeah,
which is why when you see it in 30 or 60, it looks weird.
Yep.
But like when somebody turned on Looney Tunes motion smoothing and it was like, this is upsetting.
One of my friends in college, like one of his favorite lines is a Hanna-Barbera line.
What's that?
Suffer and succattash.
Suffer and succattash.
Oh, no, not suffer and succotash. Heavens to Betsy, to Murgatroyd even.
Yeah, heavens to Betsy, to Murgatroyd even. Yeah, absolutely. I love those old Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
And like their main voice actor did like that. Heavens to Betsy, to Murgatroyd over.
He did a lot of voices.
He also did a lot of Disney and live action.
Well, yeah, there were a lot of basically there was
a pool.
There was a pool of people. Yeah. He also did just a lot of voices in general.
Can you recognize that voice?
Yeah. I believe he was Yogi Bear too.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people kind of crossed over. But yeah, I think they could make an animated Yogi Bear movie, maybe, but it'd be stretching. You'd probably do better if you did a
Yogi Bear TV series.
Yogi Bear TV series, but another live action Yogi Bear movie would.
I'm waiting for the Hanna-Barbera revival now.
Yeah. But speaking of old Hollywood.
That's what you're doing here.
We're really good at these transitions, these segues, because we point them out each time. Voice acting in the 80s, we have 7 people. That's true. Yeah, that's very true. Voice acting in the 60s, we have 4 people, and 3 of them are Mel Blanc.
I'm just thinking, why does this sound like you talking like a girl?
But so we went and saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the 9th film from Quentin Tarantino. Which, by the way, if you're gonna go see it, fucking prepare yourself. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's not, fucking The Hateful Eight with an intermission.
No.
But
it's not quite as intense as The Hateful Eight, though. Either.
No, it's not. It has its intense moments. Honestly, it's a bit of a departure for Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm looking at Tarantino is you get the weaving storylines.
Yeah, no, it's definitely still got the weaving storylines.
Like pick up for a little while. It actually breaks out to follow their story some, and then they're done.
One of the things I did appreciate is that I actually did appreciate about the storytelling in this movie is that things were happening side by side, but it would spend its time
on both of them.
On both of those things, they'd be happening simultaneously, but we wouldn't be cutting back and forth every 5 minutes. It was like, we're going to spend 25 minutes here, and then we're going to go back and spend 25 minutes there. Like, the storytelling aspect of it was a lot simpler.
Oh yeah, one of my absolute favorite scenes was a flashback, and then a moment after the flashback.
Yeah, I know exactly which moment you're talking about. It was great.
Well, it was only really, I guess there's 2 major flashbacks, but
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. It's good.
yeah.
But overall, what did you think of the movie?
I rather enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too.
Just sit back and go for the ride.
Yeah, it's like if you're going in expecting it to be, fucking Kill Bill or Pulp Fiction or Inglourious Bastards or anything like that.
Django Unchained.
Yeah, where it's just kind of like, I mean, it's still very, very high, like highly stylized, but it's highly stylized in a different manner.
I mean, I'm trying to think like what one I would call it closest to.
Out of all of his movies?
Like for not necessarily timeline, but style and energy.
Probably Inglourious Bastards.
I'm trying
honestly.
between Inglourious Bastards and Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Pulp Fiction was more serialized storytelling.
Yeah.
This one was a linear storyline with flashbacks. It's not, the thing is it's not violent like
Kill Bill.
Kill Bill. Or it's not violent like Inglourious Bastards even.
Yeah.
They're like, it's not like it has its moments of violence, but it's not like hyper violent like those, I guess is the best way to think about it.
Yeah.
Are you looking up his other movies?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, Jackie Brown.
I don't know if I've actually watched Jackie Brown.
Yeah, I say that for Star Trek. I don't think he's going to get to make that movie, honestly. I think that's a lot of talk. I don't think he's ever going to make a Star Trek. Mostly because I don't think they'll give him the licensing for it. He can talk about it all he wants, but he won't. I don't think he'll ever make it. And if he does, by the way, he said he was going to make 10 movies and retire. A recent interview with him, because this is his 9th movie, they were like, so if you make Star Trek, does that count? And he's like, no, it's not my movie. It'd be Star Trek.
It's apparently listed as announced on IMDb.
Yeah, that doesn't fucking mean anything. That means somebody was like, oh, he said something about it in the trade.
Yeah. All right. So, Once Upon a Time in Mexico, Hateful Eight, Django Unchained.
No, he did not direct Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Oh, sorry, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That's Robert Rodriguez.
Hateful Eight, Django Unchained.
Yep.
Inglourious Bastards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess, sorry, Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair, Inglourious Bastards.
The Whole Bloody Affair is the two of them together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, some listed again because it was released in 2011.
Yeah, they released it as a double feature.
But anyway, Django Unchained, Inglourious Bastards, Death Proof, and Grindhouse.
Yep.
2 episodes of CSI.
No, we're not.
Sin City. He was one of the.
He was, yeah. That doesn't count. That doesn't count as a film by Quentin Tarantino, though. He directed a section of it.
Kill Bill Volume 2, Kill Bill Volume 1, Jackie Brown, an episode of ER, 4 Rooms.
4 Rooms, again, not a Quentin Tarantino film. It has 4 different directors.
Okay.
1 for each scene.
Pulp Fiction. Reservoir Dogs. My Best Friend's Birthday.
That's a short.
Yeah.
So the actual Quentin Tarantino movie, starting at the beginning, is Pulp Fiction. If I remember correctly, it's the first one.
Yes.
Then Reservoir Dogs.
No, sorry. Reservoir Dogs was before Pulp Fiction.
I think he made Pulp Fiction first, but Reservoir Dogs got a full release
Reservoir
first.
Dogs came out in 92. Pulp Fiction came out in 94.
Oh, okay. So it is reverse.
Yeah.
So Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown.
Yep. Kill Bill.
Kill Bill. Are we counting that as 1?
I don't know. Depends if he does.
Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2. So that's 5, counting them as 2.
Does Death Proof count?
I don't know. So what are the other ones again? So Inglourious Bastards, Django Unchained,
Hateful Eight, Once Upon a Time.
So he doesn't count Death Proof. Because again, it's not his project. That is a joint project with other people.
Or does he count that and
Kill Bill as 1?
Yeah.
He might count Kill Bill as 1 and Death Proof as its own single film.
Yeah.
Like either way.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could see why you would count Kill Bill as 1.
Yeah, because it is one storyline.
Yeah, I do want to make clear in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, this does take place in Quentin Tarantino's alt universe.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, it does take place in the universe where the Inglourious Bastards went in and killed them some Nazis and killed Hitler.
Well, and the Red Apple cigarettes.
Well, yeah, that's the thing throughout all of them.
Yeah.
But it does take place in everything is interconnected.
Oh yeah.
This is the first movie where they actually out and out identify Red Apple cigarettes.
Yeah.
As the Red Apple cigarettes. But one of the things that I did like so I like this movie. It's funnier than a lot of them.
It is.
And you go in and knowing that it is about the Manson murders, like it's about leading up to the Manson murders.
Yeah.
And you're wondering how it all ties into that, and
yeah,
like there are things where it leads you down a certain path, and you're like, oh my god, is this gonna be how it happens, blah blah blah, and it kind of yeah. Wait, Charles Manson killed somebody? Actually, Charles Manson has never killed a single person.
Yes, he has.
In jail?
Actually, prior to all the
all the murders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trust me, his record of arrests and stuff is really weird.
Yeah. But for the Manson murders, he never killed a single person.
Yeah.
He had the children kill the people.
Members of his family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Charles Manson never killed a single person in the Manson murders.
Yeah.
That was part of what made him so dangerous.
Yeah.
But it's all about kind of the things leading up to that, and how they intertwine. But really, what it is it's a story about Rick Dalton, an aging actor in Hollywood, and the change of the Hollywood scene.
Well, and Cliff his
stuntman Cliff,
stuntman. Yeah,
and the changing Hollywood scene.
Yeah,
essentially,
it's almost kind of Cliff watching Dalton deal with this change in Hollywood.
Kind of, yeah. And because there was a huge change in the way that Hollywood operated from the 50s to the 60s.
Yeah.
Massive change. The serialized Westerns started to go away.
Well, even just an actor dealing with getting older.
Well, yeah, but like these serialized Westerns started to go away.
Yeah.
And like the old school television where they made like Bonanza and all that stuff started to go away.
What type of stuff is coming out in the 60s. And
yeah, and also being an aging actor dealing with being replaced.
Yeah.
Or having to find out that you can't play the same character forever, and you have to things have to change. And that honestly that's the main story.
Yeah,
it's just set around everything else happening.
Yeah, but what's interesting is like that's the main story. But I feel like the overall camera work and everything follows Cliff a little more than.
It's it's pretty even.
It is pretty even.
Yeah, it's pretty even. Like that's why I was saying they spend a good amount of time with each character. Yeah. And a lot of people were. I do remember reading an article saying it's like, well, Sharon Tate doesn't have a lot of lines in this, and because it's not about Sharon Tate.
No.
Sharon Tate's there.
Sharon Tate has a couple scenes.
She has some scenes. She's there.
Yeah.
She's a character. She's not the main character.
No,
the main character is Rick Dalton. And Cliff Booth. Yes.
I feel bad for the stuntman constantly getting abandoned.
Yes.
I really want to know who was Brad Pitt's stuntman though in this movie. Who's the stuntman to the stuntman?
The stuntman.
Yes.
Yeah. I did enjoy like you see it in the trailers. The Bruce Lee scene is pretty great. I also enjoyed Bruce Lee popping up in other couple other spots throughout the movie. Yeah. And I did enjoy that scene a lot. And honestly, that scene, one of the things that he continued that he did that Tarantino does in pretty much every movie is nothing is ever just said just to say it.
Yeah.
Everything has a purpose. Everything has a meaning. Everything has.
So you said Bruce Lee popping out of spots. I was picking him like peeking up from behind a box all of a sudden.
But yeah, nothing is ever said just to say it.
Yeah.
Things from the beginning of the movie are important at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Like it's little. It can be any like little tiny thing that was a kind of almost might have been a throwaway line.
Yeah.
But then isn't. kind of thing.
Random encounters. Yeah.
Yeah, random encounters are not random.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever random. And it was fun to see. It's fun to see like all of these other actors throughout who have either worked with Quentin or not, like throughout the years. There were two people in this movie who two people not conspicuously not in this movie. One of them was unavailable due to shooting some of the largest movies in the world right now, Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
He is making fucking Avengers movies. I didn't see him in this at all. One was in it and got cut.
Who was that?
Tim Roth.
Ah.
Yeah. Apparently he ended up on the cutting room floor. But you get everything from Timothy Olyphant played a great role.
Yeah.
There like Clifton Collins Jr. shows up once and you're just like, oh, I know who that is. Luke Perry in his last role.
Yeah.
Is in one scene.
There's a couple of minor characters I want to see if they show up. Like I have a feeling they show up multiple times.
Yeah.
And if you pay attention, you can pick them out.
Yeah. The guy who played I'm spacing on the actor's name. He was from Homeland. He played Steve McQueen.
Right.
Fuck, he looked like Steve McQueen, man. Yeah. It fucked with me.
Like I think Acid Cigarette Girl probably shows up more than once.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep forgetting about Luke Perry. Yeah. So was Boet.
Yeah.
And it actually took me a second to recognize him. Yeah. Because Luke Perry's very dark hair, usually darker complexion. And in this, he was had bleach. His hair was bleached, and he was in lighter clothing and stuff like that. So it's a different look for him. And yeah, there's a bunch of was it Kurt Russell in a small role that was really great.
Pacino
in a small role that was really great. Zoe Bell. Always amazing. I fucking love Zoe Bell. She is so great. And she shows up at like a perfect time. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, little like Emile Hirsch is in there, or like they have people who are just kind of like, I don't think Clifton Collins Jr. actually, do you know who Clifton Collins Jr. is? Mm-mm. He's in, the thing that I can think of that you've probably seen. He's in Boondock Saints 2. He's the new guy who shows up, the Mexican dude.
Yeah.
He's in that scene with Luke Perry. He's sitting next to him on the horse.
Yep.
That's him. Thing he was in most recently that people would probably recognize him from is Westworld. He was in Westworld. But Bruce Dern is in one scene.
Yeah.
And it's all these like people who he's worked with over the years. It was kind of fun to see Harley Quinn Smith pop up with all the girls.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I remember when she was a baby in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
So I'm Tate's husband.
Roman Polanski.
Does he ever speak in the movie?
Not that he says like one line.
Yeah.
I think he says one line to the dog.
Okay.
Other than that, it's just kind of like
he's talking, but because of where the camera's at and what's going on,
it's not important to. Yeah. It doesn't matter what he's saying. That's kind of the point.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what he's saying. Another person who, man, didn't do well over time.
Yeah. I mean, there's massive questions as to what happens if this universe is different. Does that change Polanski's entire life?
Yeah. Well, things that change. But I did enjoy that they were on, like, they're listening to one of the smartest things I think in this is they really showed you how pervasive all of those advertisements were.
Yeah.
That they said Roman Polanski is the Woody Allen of Roman Polanski is the Woody Allen of Jeffrey Epstein's. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's fuck that guy. You know what? Rosemary's Baby is a great movie. Fuck Roman Polanski.
There's a movie to remake.
They did remake. Okay. They remade it as a TV movie.
Oh,
didn't do well. But I think Sci-Fi made it. But no, they all of like one of the things that I noticed is because again, it did capture a lot of the LA experience.
Yeah,
driving
Yeah.
driving everywhere. And when they're in the cars, they're listening to the radio, and the radio has the same ads. And that's kind of how you were able to pick up like that this is happening at the same time, is because one character would be listening to the radio and they'd hear one ad, and then it would cut scenes,
And the music would carry over.
and the music or the advertisement would be carrying over because they'd be listening to it, and other characters would be listening to the same thing.
Yep.
And that's because there were 4 channels. There was 4 channels. There was 5 radio stations, maybe,
It's
if
like
that.
being back home.
Yeah, everything was
There
was
radio in the 90s.
there was less of everything. Like when they go to the movie theaters,
Yeah.
it's a theater showing this theater is showing this movie. That theater is showing that movie.
I think one of them had 2 films listed on it.
Yeah.
The fancy one.
Yeah. The fancy one had 2 movies listed as playing.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like some of the small theaters here where you may have 2 or 3 films playing, but like 7:30 is this film, 9:30 is this film.
it's like Sundance, I think, is one of those.
Sundance. There's the Blue Mouse down in Tacoma.
There's the
one in Columbia City, which I'm blanking on the name of.
Columbia City has 4 screens.
Oh, do they now?
Yeah,
Okay.
they've always had 4
yeah.
screens. It's just some of them are like small rooms, and some of them are like more like actual theater.
The one on 40, the Guild is gone now.
Yeah, the Guild's gone.
Which that had 3 screens at the end.
There's Cinerama only has 1 screen.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, wait.
Cinerama has 1 screen.
The Sundance has like 4.
Yeah. There's the one on the one on Capitol Hill, the old theater.
Capitol?
The old like the old Chinese theater.
Oh yeah. I think there's one still on 50th. That's 1 screen.
Yeah.
That also does plays sometimes.
Yeah.
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 Oh, the one in Ballard. Or I guess that's got a couple screens now.
That one has like 5-6 screens.
Yeah.
It's just that it's tall.
Yeah.
So like you have to walk up to each level kind of thing. They're not next to each other. It's built up, not out.
Yeah. I mean, Wenatchee, the Liberty Theater, which is the old theater in Wenatchee, had originally been 1 auditorium.
Yeah.
Back at like stage auditorium. That they broke up into 5 theaters.
Well, the one in Spokane is the Garland.
Yeah.
It was 1 theater.
The Liberty in Chelan is 1 theater.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're still
around.
They're still around, but they're not like the biggest one in Seattle that has 1 screen is Cinerama.
Yeah.
All of the other ones are ones that are like might be showing a movie that might be showing an indie film.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Which Tacoma's got Grand, and which does the indie films.
Yeah.
And the Blue Mouse is a single screen that usually does the second run stuff.
Yeah.
And both are actually really popular down there.
Blue Mouse is also just a stage show too. Does stage shows. Yes, Blue Mouse does stage shows.
Limited.
Yes,
because they don't have a lot of stage. But like they do.
They do Rocky Horror.
Well, the Rocky Horror they do is the film with people helping lead the audience.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the other one on Capitol Hill that does The Room?
Oh, I can get on Google Maps and tell you.
Yeah. There's another one on Capitol Hill. Anyway, those theaters.
That starts with a C.
What's that?
That starts with a C.
It does. It does. It doesn't fucking matter.
Map Theater Company does stuff there too.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the whole point of it is we don't need to fucking list them all. Like, ooh, people. Yeah, here are all the fucking theaters in Seattle. No one gives a shit.
Here's a tangent for you.
The point is that used to be the norm.
Yeah.
Seattle's weird in that we have a bunch of them, but we also have a bunch of fucking hipsters here.
Yeah.
That's not going to be the norm in Spokane. The single theater that's big in Spokane is technically the $3 theater.
Yeah, I mean the Blue Mouse in Tacoma is the same way.
Yeah, it's those theaters still exist, but that used to be what the theater was.
Yeah.
What you were going to see. They had 1 screen. They were showing 1 movie at 7, 1 movie at 4, and 1 movie at 10, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
nowadays it's either the really indie or the $3 film.
yes, exactly.
Or you're in a small town like Chelan.
Or yeah, I think North Bend has one like that too. But I think they have 2 screens in North Bend. Ooh, yeah. And in those 2 screens, I mean, there's like 2 rooms with about a half-size theater screen.
Yeah.
That seat about 40 people in each one, kind of thing.
Chelan sees about 4 people in the one, and like there's a more family-friendly one around 6 or 7. There's a later night one for more adult stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, so
they might do a Sunday matinee.
But yeah, no, overall, that was one of the things that we did notice.
Yeah.
They did a really great job of rebuilding the 60s LA
They really did.
style. It's hard to talk about a lot of it without giving away a bunch. I enjoyed it a lot. It doesn't feel like it's running time.
Does not.
No, they do. He does a good job of the pacing is good.
It's one you can just kind of kick back and watch.
It is. It's not hyper violent. It's Tarantino. There are scenes of violence.
Yeah.
One of the biggest one comes surprise towards the end.
Well, like, it overall around a famous murder.
Yeah. Yeah.
A group murder.
Yeah. Exactly. But for the most part, it's just kind of an enjoyable Hollywood story of a man trying to come to terms with his place in the world.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. But overall, I really enjoyed it a lot. If you can't sit through 2.5 hours in a theater, though, man, sorry.
Watch it at home.
Watch it at home. Yeah. And there were some things that did show up. There was very like, oh, look, there's Quentin Tarantino. It's like, hey, look at all these shots of women's feet.
It wasn't just women's feet.
We
saw a lot of cowboy feet too.
A lot of bare women's feet.
Yeah.
You
just saw a lot of feet.
Yeah, a lot of feet. But it's a Tarantino thing. It's women's bare feet.
Because a lot of his like shooting those scenes for the Western shows.
Yeah, but those are Western. Those are Western shots. That's not a. No, Tarantino has a thing for bare women's feet.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if you've noticed that. There in almost every one of his movies is a close-up shot of a woman with bare feet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a thing. There's a couple of those in this.
Yeah.
That I just saw. I was just like, okay, there it is. But overall, I really enjoyed it.
It was fun.
Yeah. That said, we're kind of at our time.
And we're going to go
and we have to
soften the house.
We have to go soften the house a bit. I have
Yep.
to make some posters now print them out. Good thing I got fucking printer ink. But that said, thanks for coming and hang. Oh, before we go,
No.
our podcast this upcoming week will be at a different time. Normally we were recording the Saturday mornings.
Not the same bat time. Not the same bat channel.
Same bat channel.
Not the same bat time.
There you go.
Not the same bat day.
Yeah. Because we will be having a special...
Not the same bad actors.
That's true. We will be having a special guest come in just because of the way timing is working out with life. Our good friend Marty Gomez is coming in on Tuesday, this Tuesday evening at 7 p.m.-ish.
We say 7 p.m. We meet 7 p.m.-ish.
Ish. He will be coming on to talk about his new album. And we'll play a song from the album and all that fun stuff. But I want to make people aware, this next week's episode is not coming out this next week, next Saturday. It's not recording live this next Saturday. It is recording on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific time.
Once knew a guy who tried to convince his girlfriend that he was really late picking her up, and he argued that ish is anywhere within 3 hours of the time you give.
Yeah.
She'd not appreciate that excuse.
Yeah. But just the way things are working out, we wouldn't have been able to record Saturday anyway because
I'm out of town.
Boyd's out of town, and I have the fucking family reunion.
I have a wedding to go to. You've got a family reunion. I bet I'll have more fun.
Probably. But I'm there for emotional support for
because
my
that's the
mother.
thing is it's not my immediate family getting married. It's my parents. Well, it's my family friends, and they are my favorite train wreck people to watch.
Yeah, this is
the younger brother of the dude who lives in... So, the one getting married is unstable. His real older brother lives in his mother's basement with his wife, kid, and future twins.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, they are a train wreck.
This one's an electrician, owns his own house.
Yeah.
Getting married, nice gal.
Yeah. Well, my thing is I'm there for emotional support for my mother who has to deal with my dad's side of the family. For the family reunion.
Yeah.
If I could not go... If I could get out of going, I would. But I can't.
Don't buy your mother like a fifth and send it to her.
She's like, you need to go over and visit your grandmother. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to on August 3rd. And she's like, wait, what? Fucking with you, Mom. Jesus Christ. So we're gone. We're not on next Saturday. We are on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific time.
The podcast still comes out on Sunday.
The podcast still comes out on Sunday, but if you want to catch it live, that'll be the time. Twitch.tv/clinically inane.
Ooh.
Yep. if you follow us, you'll get a notification when we're about to go live. So that's it for this week.
We have people following us.
Yeah, we do.
I'm gonna close my blinds.
All right, that's it for this week.
All right, bye, kids.
Bye, kids.